Good morning, everybody. My name is James Cagle. Today we're going to be creating a video. We are doing the Packet Tracer 9.2.4. It is from the Cisco Net Academy, and we're going to be configuring and troubleshooting a switched network. Okay, so we're going to establish a console connection between this one and here. Okay, go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to configure a host name for this. We're going to call it S1. Then we're going to use a help feature to configure the clock, and then we're going to configure passwords and console telnet access. We're going to configure a login banner. We're going to do a little bit of configuring in the router, and we're going to solve a duplex and speed mismatch problem. Configure port security, secure unused ports, and manage the switch configuration file. Okay, this is it's going to be a test. It's going to be fun, and so let's just go ahead and get started. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get into the switch. We're going to come here. We're going to go to desktop, terminal. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go conf t. We're going to configure the terminal. Okay. So from here, we're going to give it a host name of S1, and then we're going to configure some ports. So let's go host name S1. Okay. So from here, we're going to configure the fast Ethernet port 01. So we're going to say interface FA 0/1. See if it accepts that. Yes, it does. Okay, and then we're going to give it switch port. Switch port mode access. Okay. And then we're going to give it an IP address. Alright, so from here we're going to go exit. Okay, we're getting back into the global configuration. From here we're gonna configure the VLAN 1. So we're gonna go int VLAN space 1. Alright. And we're gonna give it an IP address of 172.17.99.11. We're going to give it an IP address of, subnet. Hang on a second. .0. Class C subnet. Alright. From there, we're going to do a no shut on it. We don't want it shutting down on us. Okay. So basically, we configured those. Let's go ahead and configure the default gateway. Okay, so from here we're going to go ahead and we are going to configure the interface, the default gateway for the switch. So we're going to go back into here, exit. Alright, we're going to say interface FA 0/1. 172.17.99-1. Okay. Okay, hang on a second. Go ahead and try this. Nope. You can't configure the IP default gateway from in here. So we need to exit out of here. Thought I already did that. Go back into Fig, and we are going to go IP default gateway. Okay. So far we've configured the VLAN. We've configured the default gateway, and now we need to go on and give it a host. We're going to give it a name. Oh, we already did the host name, I believe. Hang on a second. Okay. Gonna give it a no shut. Oh, I guess I can't. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is so let's go ahead and try pinging the router. I don't know if I can do it from the global, so we'll just have to see. Okay. Yep. Good deal. They hadn't had time to configure. That's why it took longer than I thought it was going to. But I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, well, we should have done the IP no domain lookup. It's gonna be a second. Hang on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to set up the clock. Not the clock rate, but just the clock. So in here we're gonna go clock, question mark. Oh, set the time and date. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go show clock. There you go. 2038-9/22, March 1st, 1993. Wow. That's an old time there, buddy. View the current configuration on S1. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to do a show version. Okay, so we got version, motherboard assembly. Okay, I was just trying to do another one. We don't have to do that. Okay, so we're doing a show running config right now. A building configuration. Host name is S1, interface 0, switch port mode access. Let's go ahead and look at some more. access. So VLAN1, that's the correct address, so that's what we want there. There's our default gateway that we configured, line console 0, no login, VTY, no login, and okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to encrypt some passwords. Let's go ahead and set up those passwords. We're going to go we're going to configure the terminal. We're going to go line console 0. Okay, from here we're going to go let's see, we're going to encrypt it, and so we're going to go log in. Okay. Okay, we're going to go hang on. Oh, we don't need to do the line auxiliary. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and configure a banner of the day. So we're going to go here, we're going to go configure terminal. Okay, and then we're going to go banner. Mother of the day. Then you need authorized access only. Authorized access only. See if it likes that. Okay. So we got that. Okay, so that's pretty much all we got to do for this one. So we're gonna exit out here. We're gonna we're gonna close out of here. We're gonna go into there. We're going to do a lot of the same things in here. We're going to configure some passwords, we're going to do some interface stuff, and we're going to get that going. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to configure a host name. We're going to encrypt the passwords. We're going to set the console and the VTY password to Cisco. We're going to encrypt the console VTY passwords, and we're going to configure a message of the day, just like we did on the switch. So from here, we need to configure the terminal. Okay, and then we are going to go host name Cisco. Alright. Actually, instead of Cisco, we're going to call it just R1. Okay. And then we're going to go enable password. Enable secret, we're going to encrypt it. Okay. Then we're going to do the line console. Okay, we're going to do it on login. We're going to do line VTY 0/4 or 0/4. Okay, and then we're going to do we don't need to do the line auxiliary. copy run start. Let's go ahead and see if we can't we forgot to do the encrypt it. Line console 0. Okay, and now we're going to create a banner of the day. And it was okay, and there we go. We've configured all the stuff we need to configure, and I thank you for watching. You guys have a good day.